Hello everyone, Dungeon Master 372 coming at you again with another server season 1 episode 5 Let's Play series, part of our Let's Play series. And today I've got some exciting new stuff going on. I've been spending a lot of time mining and doing some stuff between the episodes here, and I've got us a spot plate built in the Nether. And we also have a few other things going on in the Nether, and we are ready to start our lava production. That's right, we got all the stuff together we need. We still got to do some initial prep, which I'm going to do that on camera with you today. So let's go ahead and get started. First, what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to come up with this item right here. As you can see, it requires a lot of extra stuff. More importantly, these interfused obsidian. This is quite an expensive recipe. I mean, not real expensive. We've got like an Eye of Ender, which requires blaze powder, ender pearl, and all that good stuff. Well, it takes a diamond, but it's not too terribly expensive. An iron pickaxe. And these blocks here, just require an ender pearl surrounded by obsidian. You get 4 per recipe, so that's going to help us out because we only need 1 of these, which requires 4. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that. And as you can see, I have the recipes in my inventory for the most part. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this. First, what we're going to do is we're going to do blaze ender eye, like so. And we're going to replace this ender pearl right here. And we're going to go ahead and create our 4 blocks right here. Alright, we got our ender-fused obsidian. I don't know if these ender-fused obsidian do anything as far... I don't even know if you can place them. And if you do, I wonder if how... Ooh... Interesting. Let's try this. Please don't break on me. Oh no. Where did you come from? I see. Very clever. As you can see, I've also made some weapons as well to accommodate us for the Nether. I had a little bit of trouble initially with the Nether, but I created me some armor and I created me a decent weapon, which also helps out with that. So I'm hoping that this thing don't break apart on me. Hopefully it gives me the block back. Yes, okay, awesome, cool, awesome. Alright, now let's go ahead and get the rest of our stuff here, which I know that this requires this, and that means that we have all of the stuff we need. Cool stuff. Now, cool thing about this endothermic pump is that it will pump lava just like a normal pump will, with the exception that it's less laggy than the regular pump. Plus, the regular pump will require us to load chunks, so that way we don't have to be. So that way we can walk away from it and it'll still pump for us. This is a way that we can do it without having to add another chunk loader on top of it. So cool stuff. We'll go ahead and place this down. I don't have a power source for it just yet, so I still have to make that, which we're going to try to work on that during this episode as well. But we want to go ahead and get this place down and set up and ready to go, so that way whenever we're ready, we can... Okay. Hopefully I don't get attacked by anything invisible like I did the last episode. And if I'm not mistaken, those kind of mobs only that will spawn on these blocks here. Which is why the minimap is so useful. Hello, Mr. Pigman. Awesome. I'm going to put this obsidian right here so we can place our, well, yeah, so we can place our endothermic pump right there. Please break, please break. Awesome. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Alright, I see what happened there. Okay. I don't have a GUI, but that's where we want it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we might need to place it right on top of the lava, which means it might need to go one block down. I'm not sure, but I also want to get it pumping into some fluid pipes or fluid ducts. Let me get some fluid ducts in here and see what the recipe is for fluid ducts. See, now if I'm not mistaken, the fluid duct opaque is a cheaper recipe. You got copper ingot and lead ingot, 2 copper ingots and a lead ingot for that, and it gives you 6. And the regular is 2 copper and hardened glass, and that hardened glass is a little bit harder to come by. It requires an induction smelter, lead, and pulverized obsidian. So I don't think that we really want that too much. So let's see. So I believe we will use the opaque, because the regular fluid ducts here, the difference between the two is the regular fluid ducts will allow you to see the fluids as they're being pumped. These opaque ones won't. I don't know. I'll have to check out the induction smelter. Let's see if we can do that. All right. Induction smelters from thermal expansion. Dang it. I think it may be compatible with our stuff, and it doesn't look too expensive. The Invar ingots are probably what's going to be the most expensive, and they're really not that expensive either. Let's see, how do we come up with that? Invar, I believe, is mixing nether or iron and ferrous. I think we can come up with that. I'm gonna get everything that we need, because I think I do really want. I think I really do want the original fluid ducts. So we're gonna go ahead and try that and see what we can come up with. Wow. Oh, damn you. Alright. Okay, guys, I'm going to go get stuff together, and I will be right back. Okay, everyone, and we're back. I've decided to make a few items and everything to get us started for what we're going to do next on our production, on our ores, and making some new and nifty little items. Okay, so first, we've got ourselves a pulverizer in our building on the other side there that's producing power, and a few items that we haven't had yet is the redstone furnace and our induction smelter. Since we haven't made those yet, we're kind of limited on what we can do next. One of the things I want to do is get to where we can use the redstone energy cells. So we're going to have to make ourselves a redstone furnace and an induction smelter. So what we're going to do is we're going to create first our redstone furnace. The recipe is right here. We need 2 brick blocks, a machine frame, redstone reception coil, a piece of redstone, and 2 copper ingots. I had to go to our building over there to grab some more dust. So now we're going to be smelting that down. We're almost done with our clay. So while we're doing that, let's see what else we can make here. We're going to make ourselves 2 of these reception coils, because we're going to need it for another one for our next recipe as well. So we're going to make 2. We got 2 of those. We got a machine block, some copper, a reception coil, 2 bricks, and a piece of redstone. And that gives us our redstone furnace. Cool stuff. And we're still waiting on our 2 more copper ingots. Okay, 1 more shall do us. And there we go. We've got ourselves enough to make our next machine, which is the induction furnace. Induction furnaces are pretty cool, and the fact that they can smelt down 2 metals at the same time, sometimes combining those into something different. So for this one, we need another machine frame block, another reception coil, an invar ingot, and 2 copper ingots plus a bucket. And we have everything there, so we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to make that, 2 copper ingots, 2 invar ingots, and a bucket. Gives us our induction smelter. Now we're going to try to find our power energy conduits. Ah, gotcha. Ha. Okay. As you can see, you know, I've modified some of my tools here, added a few things, which is pretty cool. Took me a little bit mining to get all the stuff that I have on here. Took a lot of lapis to fill this one up, but I've been doing a lot of mining in the off. During the off time. Awesome. Need that right there. Oh, dang it. Alright, let me go around here and break this piece off because we don't need that piece. What we're wanting to do is we're wanting to skip one. Now we can have our redstone furnace right here, but we want to skip one for our induction smelter. We're going to place a chest here eventually, but right now we don't need a chest there. Run over here and grab a few blocks so I can cover that up. Because I try to generally keep my buildings looking nice on the outside, so if I'll spend the time to make the walls in here look nice in my mining area, then I'm definitely going to try to make my buildings look a little nice. Although this is not all that great, my builds will get a lot better as I go. So, okay, let's go ahead and finish this out here real quick. Alright, we're going out here. Wow. Okay. And we are good to go. For now, we'll just use that as a placeholder. Now, also another thing with these machines is they have all these different configuration tabs here you can use. This displays all your energy usage and how much the machine can take in, and how much energy can be stored over here. And then also your redstone furnace and how much energy it can store, and how much power it can take in at once, and how much it can use. It'll tell you how much it's used whenever it's in use. This other section here tells you is pretty much how you want it to be controlled. You can say, well, like right now, currently it's in a low setting, which means that it'll run without a redstone signal, if I'm not mistaken. Now, if it receives a redstone signal, it'll stop. On high, it'll be the opposite of low. It'll wait for a redstone signal until for it to turn on, and then you can set it to ignored altogether, and it'll just run all the time whenever something's put in there. Oops. Okay. So these dynamos are out of power, so I gotta go grab us some coal real quick to get the internal buffers on that working. Oh, my berries are done. Awesome. Coals right here. We'll take 3 stacks because we got 3 engines. We'll fill those engines up. Now, eventually in the future, I plan on putting more, or getting this more automated, so that way we don't have to spend the time to actually constantly refill this. And there's that, and that. And there we go. We've got ourselves refueled and we're ready to go. We're creating energy for our machines that we just created. Awesome stuff. Let me see if there's... Yeah. Okay, so now when we have a recipe that calls for the induction smelter for certain things, because now all we have to do is cook up we can mix up our pulverized ferrous and our iron ingots together to make the ferrous ingots all in here, which is pretty cool. Now, the next machine I want to do is a magma crucible. Recipes right here, which we're going to need a leadstone energy frame, 2 nether brick, 2 copper ingots, redstone reception coil, and a machine frame. But right now, we are going to work towards making this leadstone energy cell, which is a block of redstone, any kind of glass, and lead ingots. Let me see if I've got any lead left from my last mining adventure. If I'm not mistaken, they should be in here if I have any left. Oh, I got quite a few left. Wow. Okay, so we can make that right now, I think. See. Let's see. Leadstone? Yeah, I think so, because we got plenty to make a block of redstone. Is it 4 or is it 9? And I believe it's 9. So, go over here. Okay, and that's awesome. So we've got everything we need to make the magma crucible even. A redstone reception coil, which I need to get me another gold ingot. I need these copper ingots as well. So let's go ahead and make our reception coil real quick. Or gold ingot. Here for this, I believe, and if I'm not mistaken, glass. Yes. Okay. Awesome. So we got machine frame, reception coil, oh, do I have nether brick over there, some copper, and a leadstone energy cell, which is lead, glass, and redstone block. So lead, glass, redstone block, I need to make some nether brick real quick. I need 2. Let's go ahead and do this. Okay. Alright, we got ourselves a magma crucible, guys. We are getting further along on our production machines, and that is going to play in nicely to what we are trying to accomplish here. Go ahead and get that over here. I can put in the magma crucible here. Of course, I haven't really gone into these machines too much yet in depth because of the, well, especially the configuration tab here. Which right now I'm wanting to turn all this off, because we don't want it outputting or inputting from any side right now. And pretty much what this means is that you can input or output on any side if you have it set up down here. Blue, of course, means that it's inputting from whatever item, and output will come out from here. So say for instance that. So orange means output, blue means input, and it depends on what it is, because like right here, for instance, red means whatever comes here will go out that slot, and then yellow means that whatever comes here will go out that slot. So, or orange will make all of that, be ejected out of that slot and into whatever piping or inventory that's next to it. And then the blue is just the input. So if you wanted it to input from the side here, say you had a chest sitting next to it and you wanted it to take from that chest whatever items are in there, it'll take the items out of that chest, and which is right next to it, and put it right here, and then it'll smelt it, crush or whatever it takes in and smelt it down here, and then you can send those items out to whatever's next if you wanted to do it that way. But right now, since we don't want to pulverize smelt all of our pulverized materials right away, we're just going to turn it all off. And the same with these two machines here too. And this setup may change from episode to episode depending on the needs that I might need, but that's how we do it. Now also, I'm not sure if these machines need it, but you really don't want to break these up with your pickaxe, because you're going to lose the materials that was used to create it. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, these will break down to their item frames, and then you're going to have to remake these items. You're going to want to make a wrench of some sort. Let's go ahead and look up that recipe, because I have a force wrench somewhere that I was using, but I don't have it in my inventory right now, so I've got to look for that. I think I left it in the pipe box, but I should have already covered it. But force wrench is pretty simple to make, and you get you can get the ingots pretty quickly. You got your force. You need a force gear and 3 force ingots, and that will make you your wrench. To make your force ingots, if I'm not mistaken, okay, let's see how, I think it's in this, yeah, force gem and steel, silver, or nether silver, or silver, or copper or bronze, or dart iron. I don't know what that is, but iron will work too, or gold. The various recipes will give you different amounts. The gold will give you more. Dart iron will give you more. and that's pretty much how that. So yeah. So I like the force wrench mainly because not only can you pick up machines with it, but you can use it for other stuff. Namely spawners, the natural spawners that automatically generate when the world's generated. You can also use them to pick up your own created spawner using that, or whenever you create a spawner using soul shards, the soul shards mod. Nice. I really like this sword. Oh, goodness gracious. That was real smart. That one just popped down right in front of me. Alright guys, I'm going to cut the video here. I'm pretty sure this is close enough to my wrapping up point where I just want to wrap up. So, click like and subscribe. Next episode I will get to finishing up what I started here. So please feel free to stay tuned for that. Check out the links in the description below. And as always, have a good one.